Okay, what's up, homies? The Khaiza is back. Well, on like a YouTube video, right? Just a while ago, I was celebrating post-Eid, Asa with the family. We went to a couple of different places around around the spot. Went to my dad's gravesite. Went to my grandma's gravesite. Spent some time with like family, and then I got like a cold visit. Well, that was like today, right? But it was lovely. It was cozy. Apparently, there was an Xbox Direct or an Xbox like showcase thing. Usually, I never like pay attention to these like Xbox showcases. But I probably like should be, because the last few like Xbox Directs had like some couple like hidden surprise shadow bangers, right? The most prominent one, well, for the Khaiza, was when Xbox shadow dropped Hi-Fi Rush on like 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago, I believe, right? Or maybe like 3. And then the semi-recent one, which they dropped and announced, Ninja Gaiden Black 2 and Ninja Gaiden 4, which will be coming pretty soon-ish, right? I think I saw like the release date was like October 28th or 24th or something like that. Damn, that shit's coming out pretty fucking soon. I can't wait for that game. There were also some like other like stuff that got surprise announcements, like the rumor, but now actually true, Persona 4 Persona 4 Revisited or Revival or something like that. The HD remake, like Persona 3 and them other like shits, right? It was just like a teaser of just like the main character like walking or some shit. Like, what the fuck? But apparently, right, there was one game that really was like flooding my feeds of like fighting game like content. Like, what the fuck? That's making a fighting game? Invincible versus, right? So what the fuck do they mean? Like Invincible as in like Invincible show? Like the gritty like cartoon show that rivals like The Boys? Dark like superhero like fantasy fiction type shit? Omni-Man and his fat ass? Is that what they mean? An Invincible? Well, I gotta see this. I just been looking at like what was it? Screenshots of like all characters like fighting, so it's a fighting game, right? And then I read like the what was it, some subtitles or captions about it being like a 3v3 like tag based fighter. What the fuck is going on? So I'll probably see like the gameplay trailer of this shit.
And the southbound ain't looking much better.
This is ridiculous. Please, come on.
Are you one of them? You're here, but it's right.
Oh dear. Quarter up. Mark getting his ass beat.
No, Dad, not even close.
The animation looks good for this game. Damn.
I hoped you'd understand why I had to do this. Accept our rule or die.
I'd like to propose a third option.
Adam Eve. Rexplode.
I'm not your son anymore. I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good.
Wow.
I trusted you!
So it really is a fighting game.
Ready to bleed? This is over.
Gritty, like, bloody fighting game? crazy fucking juggle combos. Adam Eve going crazy. I don't know who this guy is. Probably season 2 or some shit. I don't know who also this Viltrumite is. Tag? I saw Tag.
Yeah, how you like this? It's an army.
I saw some Tag shit. I see Ultras. Oh dear. And there's fatalities on this. Invincible versus? And that was the trailer. What the fuck is the Invincible like versus? Excuse me? Is there like a website I could get access to? It looks pretty cool. The art style is like, you know, nice in comparison to like another fighting like tag-based game, which is Marvel Token, going for the very anime style, while this one is more kind of in line with like the show, with some like shell shading here and there, some like, you know, highlights, right? There. Wish list now. Wow. Become the most powerful superheroes in the universe and unleash superhuman mayhem with signature moves, special abilities, and ultimate finishers. Immersive action captures real-time blood, bruises, and destructive environments ripped straight from the Invincible show and comics. Visceral combos. Survive the bloodiest fight ever with ground-shattering techniques that let you blast, bash, and blow up your foes into pieces. Use heroic boost to add an extra touch of violence by amplifying special attacks and movements. Land the killing blow and bodies will burst into an overkill. 3v3 tag system. Recruit favorite superheroes and villains from the Invincible universe to dominate opponents with the Omni tag system. Swap fighters mid combo to extend attacks, counter enemies, or save you from a fatal blow. Okay, so a 3v3 tag game. It's going to have X Factor. It's going to have long strings, long combos. You have a dynamic like tag mechanic, kind of like MVCI or Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, things like that. We're getting another tag like fighter. How many tag fighters we've been like getting, or we will like get, right? We're gonna get 2XKO. We're gonna get Hunter x Hunter. We're gonna get Marvel Token, and now we're gonna get this Invincible like versus. What? What? I am like sick to like even like process like all this information, man. I'm like, what the fuck is going? I did not expect a fighting game to like come out of like generic like Xbox directs. As soon as I saw like the direct, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, the usual spiel, right? Fucking fabled nonsense. There's like fucking space invasions or some shit. Space take a shot. There's some fucking like what was it? Shooters upon shooters. I mean, hey, there was a Gears of War remaster. That's cool, but Jesus Christ, it's the most boring like fucking shit I've ever seen for an Xbox like direct. I was like, okay, a few things that were there like clappable, but like no. That's why I turn off on these Xbox directs, right? Because they're the most generic pieces of like shit I've ever like seen. They're just like, yeah, they're there. They're there, but they end with the highlight of like Call of Duty, but that's even like generic because it's like, it's Call of Duty. Right? I'm not a big Call of Duty fan. The only thing that will get me like interested for like Xbox Directs would be like Killer Instinct, but hey, you know, Killer Instinct is like Kaputski because of Phil Spencer and the teams at Double Helix and Iron Galaxy, you know, like parted like ways, and even like their own companies are being like dissolved. But speaking of like Killer Instinct, apparently this Viltrumite versus, right? I was like reading on like my social media feeds and was watching like Max Dude like talk about this. Apparently Invincible versus, the dev team behind it are the people that worked on Killer Instinct. X Double Helix devs, not Iron Galaxy, I believe, but if I remember correctly, but Double Helix. So there is like some like fighting game pedigree and things like that in Invincible Versus, and apparently a few people got behind the scenes playtesting this game before the trailer even like came out in this Xbox Direct. So, and everybody's like super hyped or super jazzed about Invincible Versus, claiming it's like a really good like quality like check. Yeah, it's a really good tag-based fighter that belongs in that genre. I have not seen Invincible since like season 1. I'm like, yeah, Invincible is like cool. You know, it's just comic book like cartoony version of like The Boys, but more like, you know, extreme, right? I haven't been keeping up with like season 2. I heard season 2 like bombed. It wasn't what a lot of people were like expecting, and I didn't know there was like a season 3. I remember my cousin, who I was hanging out with yesterday, we were perusing for like movie night with him and his sis and his fiance and his sister's hubby. Yeah, he was said like, "Oh, bro, you gotta watch Invincible season 3. It's really good." I'm like, I didn't even know there's a season 3. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But I thought it was like as good from season 1 at least. It was like at the time when gritty, like gory superhero shows were becoming like a thing. Hence why MK1 got like Peacemaker, Omni-Man, and Homelander in the first place, is because, yeah, albeit they were like late for that DLC, but it was based off the vibe and the popularity of those gory, like, evil Superman shows were putting out, you know? So, definitely, like, makes sense, right? But I did not imagine, like, an Invincible, like, 3v3 fighting game. I hope we get more. I hope we get more than, like, the trailer, than, you know, maybe, like, some gameplay, stuff like that, because it's coming out next year. It's coming out next year, right? So, damn. Fucking, is this, like, 2025, 2026, like, the years of tag-based, like, fighting games? What the hell, bro? I'm like, shit, man. Shit. Everybody just gonna jump on tags now. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm sick, but I'm like, yeah, in all, super fucking excited for Invincible.